Morning, everyone. Welcome to today's family service. My name is Hiko Shimamoto, and I'll be your chairperson today. We will begin this morning's service with Sambujo on pages 24 and 25. We will now have Sutra Chanting, Ni Rai, on page 67. Please stand for the Gatha, Nembutsu 1 on page 169, and remain standing for the reading of the Golden Chain on page 15.
Golden Chain, page 15. Golden Chain number 1. All together, please. I am a link in Amida's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I will keep my link bright and strong. I will be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself. I will think pure and beautiful thoughts, say pure and beautiful words, and do pure and beautiful deeds. May every link in Amida's golden chain of love be bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda, Namanda, Namanda. Please be seated.
Reverend Fujimoto will now share a Dharma message with us.
Namanda, 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 Namanda. Good morning. Ohayo gozaimasu. Okay. So today, I thought we'd talk about, oftentimes we hear small world, right? When we get into something, maybe we'll meet somebody or find someone who's related to someone we know, and things like this happen, and we come to the word small world to describe the situation, and a little bit amazed, and you walk away. But here we say something like infinite causes and conditions. So this is a little bit different. Maybe it holds more of the Buddhist perspective. Please join me in Gassho. Beams of light, 3,600,000 billion in number, shine brilliantly from within each flower. There's no place they do not reach. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda, Namanda, Namanda. Okay. So this is one of my favorite Wasan quotes from Shinran Shonin, and it's saying that everything, every entity is shining with the brilliance and the beauty and the power of all the connections, causes, and conditions that allow it to exist. So this is kind of like describing Indra's net, where every single thing is a jewel. Each of us is one of these jewels, reflecting the light of all the other jewels. So we are the jewels, or maybe the trees are jewels, the flowers are jewels, the other animals are jewels. So all these lights coming from every direction are reflecting off of us, and we reflect off of others. Okay. So every flower in each arrangement, every stalk of wheat growing in the field, every person here in the Sangha, each entity is shining with this 3,600,000 billion beams of light. So Mamie is shining brilliantly. Joyce is shining brilliantly. Ron and Ron are shining brilliantly. Okay. Separately but brilliantly. Okay, all these causes and conditions allow us to shine. Okay, so this is Amida also, infinite wisdom and compassion. shining. All this shining reality is what we're calling Amida, and we are part of it, okay? Amida Buddha, not some entity or deity hiding in the background and watching over us, but reality itself all around us, and we are a part of it. So here in Shin Buddhism, our practice is to hear, deep hearing, and reciting the Nembutsu, Namo Amida Butsu. So deep hearing is to hear more than this chatterbox voice that goes on and on every single day telling us, what should I do next? Should I go to the store or should I watch TV? Should I fix the car or should I work in the garden? What should I do today? Should I go to the Rhythmics Festival or should I go to the sale that's at the temple? And we have all these voices, the same voice. As soon as we wake up, we go to the mirror, brush our teeth, and this voice starts chattering. So we think this is me, but this is just our ego speaking, okay? So deep hearing allows us to hear a deeper voice of all this interconnected reality that's all around us, okay? Hearing the sounds and the voices of reality that surround us, permeate us, the voice of the Buddha. So when we recite Namo Amida Butsu, the realm of other connects with the realm of self. Okay. Other power, suchness, Amida, reveals and exposes and permeates the self, the realm of me. Okay. My calculations, my conveniently constructed reality. And then it opens us so we connect to this more than me. More than me. So we've talked a little bit about when you meet someone or get into a situation and someone will say, small world. We've all heard that, okay? You just happen to meet somebody, maybe you go to another country. You go to Japan and you're going across the street to the Honganji to go to the morning service, and walking across the street the opposite way, it's Jane Naito. Small world. Huh? Or you might be in Australia, right? You don't know who you might see. And just amazing, something will happen. Small world, right? And we hear this. We've even said it ourselves. Okay, something happens and I don't know. Maybe you would never know how that happens, right? It's just so easy that it comes to be. So just this past week, Charmin and I went to see she had an appointment for an orthopedic specialist, appointment in Emeryville, California, okay? And so we're in the waiting room, and in the waiting room, they have all these displays and posters from Olympic competitions, triathlons, major athletic events, across the world. And so looking at these pretty cool posters, and like a judo gi, a uniform is on there, and it's display case, and I know that some of the doctors there had been part of the medical teams that looked after Team USA when they went to these international competitions. And one of the doctors on their display board was Dr. Stephen Isono. So some of us know Dr. Stephen, and he's the nephew of Mas Takano, who was a member here, passed away not that long ago. So I knew from when Mas was here that, his nephew Stephen had been part of the medical staff for the Golden State Warriors, okay? And he'd also been connected to U.S. teams at some of the recent Olympics. So he travels a lot and takes care of all these well-known athletes, okay? So we didn't go to see Dr. Stephen, but we were able to see a young doctor there. And during the appointment, we're talking about this and that for Charmin, and then finally towards the end, agreeing that, this physical therapy would be good. And so Charmin mentioned, well, we live in Alameda. Do you have someone in Alameda? And then as she's talking, she points to me. I'm sitting in the chair quietly. He's the minister at the Buddhist temple there. And the doctor kind of interested. Oh, really? Yeah. And I remember the board. So do you know the doctor on your team here, Dr. Stephen Isono, his uncle was part of our temple. And so he goes, yeah, Dr. Stephen Isono, he's kind of, he goes on to say, Dr. Isono, he's been my mentor. He's kind of been a model for me, and he's the reason I even came into this field. I've known him for a long time. I've known his family. I went to school with his daughter. And so he knows Dr. Isono, and we know Dr. Isono. So he's the one, the doctor says, small world, right? And we're done with that part of the conversation, okay? So let's try this. I'm going to ask for your help, like a call and response. When I say something, you repeat it, okay? Closed, open, I, others, narrow, wide, me, Amida, small world, infinite causes and conditions. Okay, thank you. So each pair, right, we shift from closed or small to open, from narrow perspective to a wider perspective, okay? So this is what's happening when we recite Namo Amida Butsu, okay? Not just staying in our head thinking, oh, a small world, I figured it out, isn't that interesting? No, you look at all the infinite causes and conditions that cause this situation to be, any situation to be. Wow, incredible. And you connect with this infinite reality, okay? So in Shin Buddhism, we're provided a framework, terminology, values, perspective, and a description of our relationship to the world and beyond. Okay, these are the teachings, the Dharma. Okay, very valuable. And until we recognize them, we're not able to appreciate all that we have in this treasure of a teaching. When we came to that doctor's office, inconceivable causes and conditions had to line up just so perfectly to allow that particular meeting to be caused to be. What were the odds of coming into an appointment with this Dr. Lin, who grew up knowing, respecting, looking up to Dr. Isono, so impressed that he would model his whole life after Dr. Isono. I knew Dr. Isono when he was just Stephen, right? We grew up at the Buddhist Church of Oakland together. We would play in their yard together. I didn't know he's going to be a doctor. He didn't know I was going to become a minister, right? And so now we see him at his uncle's temple here sometimes, or at his office sometimes, okay? So Dr. Isono's mother is a sister of Mas and Cookie, right? So these are long time members from the beginning of our temple. So, but it's not small world, right? Infinite causes and conditions coming together perfectly, just so. So often we want to simplify the world and package it, package our thoughts, experiences, so they're manageable units. Then we bury it in our brain, in our head, and we're done with it, okay? We each have all these file cabinets. We put this away, put this away, put this away, go on to what's next, okay? And so we put them in the proper cabinet in our head, and this is how we approach things in normal life, right? So Buddhism allows for the inconceivable, unimaginable, the infinite, and everything that is beyond comprehension. Okay, so this connection is what we're trying to recognize and become accustomed to. Okay, so this is closer to reality than just saying small world and getting on with your day. Okay, so when we recognize the causes and the conditions that surround us, we become aware of Amida. When we package it and file it away, then we just reinforce this self, this little ego-centered me. Okay? So that's the point to the talk. So many of you know I met Charmin when I was serving Idaho, Oregon Buddhist Temple in Eastern Oregon. And when I was moving back to California, Charmin and I went to this U-Haul store up there, just a little shack with a bunch of trailers parked in front of it. And I told the guy at the counter, I'm moving to Sacramento and I'd like to get a trailer to take it one way. Okay, I want to drive it down there, pull it down there, and just leave it there, not have to return it. Okay, and so I'm going to go down to Sacramento. And he goes, yeah, I used to live down there in a small town. You probably never heard of it. Small place called Penryn. So I grew up in Penryn, right? My father was a minister, Buddhist church, Placer Buddhist Church. It's what it's called, but it's in Penryn, California, halfway between Sacramento and Reno. Okay, so I lived there, and maybe 2nd through 5th grade. So all my good friends were there. I used to go there afterwards every summer because they were my best friends. Okay, so he said, you probably never heard of it. Small place called Penryn. Okay, so I told him I used to live there over 50 years ago now, and I was describing it to him. They used to have right across the church, the temple, is like a little Japantown. They had 3 Japanese grocery stores right next to each other. Where do you find that anywhere, right? And so I'm describing this little Japanese town in Penryn that no one's been to, right? So he starts describing the exact same thing that I'm talking about. He says, yeah, I used to go to Goto's fish market and buy things there. I love Penryn. I still go back there every summer. Right? Now, what were the odds of me meeting probably the only guy in all of Ontario who's ever even been to Penryn, California, right? And so I'm getting ready to move down there. Small world, right? This is what he says. And in another story, when I went to Japan, my second ordination, Kyoshi ordination, this is a number of years ago now, but we do this like a retreat, a 10-day retreat. And we're doing all these rituals and chanting, and we're being taught and graded, So either you pass or you fail. So we're doing this, and a lot of the groups, one group of 6 were from the United States and maybe Canada, and the others were Japanese-speaking groups that they did their sessions together. And so little by little, we'd get to talk to the other participants, and the last final day of this retreat, started talking to this older Japanese man. Older, he's probably my age instead of 25 or something, right? So he's there doing the same thing, and kind of like a senior compared to the others in his group. So he's talking, and he's telling me about how he grew up in Japan. He used to have his best friend, his very best friend. They did everything together, good friends, and so his friend moved away to America, and they lost touch. So wow, he said, yeah, I tried to write him a letter, but I wasn't able to. And he goes on telling, I wish I could talk to him just one more time. Just one more time. I wish, but I don't know that I could find him. America's so big, just so big. It's impossible, probably impossible to find him. And he says his name is Tetsu Yukawa. He went back and started this book publishing company, but I don't know how to get in touch with him. America's just so big, so big. So I told him, I know Tetsu, right? And so he didn't hear me. So he's going on with the stories. I said, yeah, his brother was a Kaikyoshi minister, but Tetsu was in the Bay Area. So, yeah, I know Tetsu. And he didn't hear me. He's just going on and on with this story. We're getting so old and probably impossible to find him because America is just so big. It's just too big. And finally I said, wait. Tetsu Yukawa. I know Tetsu Yukawa, okay? His brother was a minister in Sacramento. Tetsu had a publishing company in South San Francisco. He used to come to my father's house with his Akita dog named Bonta. Okay, So if we weren't talking sitting on the floor, he probably would have fallen out of his chair, right? So this is how things go in normal life, right? Say, yes, I know him. You know him. Yeah. Give me your address, and I'll make sure he gets it when I go home. So he was so grateful, almost in tears. So he's writing down his address and gave me his address, and I came back and I was able to get it to Tets. And I think they shared one last letter before Tets passed away, you know. And again, small world, this is how we conveniently package it, right? But as you can see, not just small world. Infinite numbers of causes and conditions come together just perfectly for every single thing we do, right? How did our parents meet? Not small world. It's an incredible story that half of it, not even half of it, that we know, that we were told about, right? So many things that had to happen, and grandparents, great-grandparents, after 3, 4 generations, it's just a blur. We barely know the names, if that. But every single happening coming together perfectly for even us to live our lives. Okay, so this is this image of Indra's net, our light shining on each other, the light of Amida shining on us, okay? So this is what the Nembutsu practice is about. Get out of our heads, get out of our heads. Consider more than ourselves, more than ourselves. And if we can do that, then we can live our lives grounded in this reality. What we do becomes fuller and deeper, okay? Everything we do from this groundedness, when we act with gratitude or with compassion, there's a depth to that, the meaning of our actions, because we have this groundedness in this infinite reality. And so in that way, the Nembutsu teachings helps us to live the fullest, to our fullest potential as human beings, okay? We remain open to all the wonders of the world, all the countless combinations, and it's ever-changing, ever-growing, never stops. We never stop. Please join me in Gassho. Beams of light, 3,600,000 billion in number, shine brilliantly from within each flower. There's no place they do not reach. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda, Namanda. Thank you.
Thank you, Sensei, for your message. I'm sure we can all relate to some of the encounters that we've had in the past, and thank you for teaching us to more greatly appreciate these fortuitous encounters that we have. Please stand for the Gatha Ondokusan on page 220. Few acknowledgments now. Thank you to those who help with the altar preparations and with the service. Reverend Dennis, and the YouTube by Brian, Delta Flowers by Jane, and all those who brought refreshments. At this time, are there any newcomers that would like to please stand, introduce yourself? Hi. Yeah. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Let's see. I have a few announcements. I have several announcements, actually. So please bear with me. Next Sunday, May 4th, is the Shotsuki monthly memorial service and the Abo meeting after the service. Sunday, May 11th, is Parents' Day family service, and also it's going to be birthday Sunday. Sunday, May 18th, is the Gotan-e service. It's a major service. It's a Shinran Shoni's birthday. And our lay speaker is going to be Denny Terao. Looking forward to it, Denny. Saturday, May 24th, is the cemetery visits. 10 a.m., that's at the Chapel of Chimes in Oakland, and 4 p.m. at the Chapel of Chimes in Hayward. And then on Sunday, May 25th, there's no service, since he will be going to the Emmanji cemetery visits. So does anybody have any other announcements? So there are no more newcomers? Everyone's okay? Okay. Do we have one? Are you? Introduce yourself, please. Yeah. Oh, I see. Okay, I'm sorry. Well, welcome, Rita. Yeah, thank you for coming back. Small world. Well, it's the fifth Sunday, so we're going to have a Reverend Dennis session, so I hope you have your questions ready.
Okay, so the last Sunday of each month we have our Ask Reverend Dennis session, and does anyone have questions?